Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. We have just come off a grocery budget challenge where we were spending $23 a week and showing that you could accumulate a pantry. And then I was kind of thinking, when that is done, what are we going to do? So we decided to purge some of the items that we have in the house. I'm a big proponent of not purging your entire pantry, just the way that life is going and how groceries are expensive. It doesn't make sense to drain my supplies down to nothing. So we are going to do a low spend for a couple of weeks anyways, and purge some of the older items out of the freezer, specifically out of the freezer, and just kind of keep an eye on what the sales are in the flyers. If there's anything really great in the flyer, I would definitely consider it, but maybe not be eating it for this week. Check out what we had and let me know what you think of the meals. I am at Sobeys Fast Fuel and I just got $10 worth of gas, which gave me 39 cents coupon for Sobeys or Foodland. And when I pulled in, I could see two different fueling stations had coupons just left at them. One was for $1.62 and the other one was for 81 cents. So this was a good stop. Now that the $23 challenge is over, we are committed to eating down the pantry or eating from the pantry for a couple of weeks anyways, with very, very minimal output. It's not a total no spend, but this is the grand total of what I have purchased for this week, $2.66. We have hamburgers in the freezer, homemade hamburgers left over that I've made, and I'm not the best at making homemade hamburger buns and hot dog buns. I saw these marked down. They were $3.79, 50% off, so I paid $1.60 for them, $1.59. And the bananas were 81 cents. I think I don't usually buy regular price bananas, but I wasn't going to any other stores and they didn't have anything marked down. So 2 giant bananas. I don't think that we will need one for a smoothie. We can probably do a half of one for a smoothie. But $2.60 so far. Well, not so far total, because I'm not spending anything else this week. This is it. All the rest of the food is going to come from house supplies. The handsome one made nachos last night, and there was just way too many for us to eat for supper. I'm going to pop these back on a baking sheet and reheat them in the oven. We'll have them for lunch today. Making a quick pasta dish for supper. Penne noodles, the spicy tomato and parmesan pasta sauce. This is chicken that was cooked and frozen in the freezer. So we've got other options that we can add to this. I can add bacon bits. I could add mushrooms. Yeah, lots of options. Chicken, bacon, penne pasta with a rosé sauce and topped with Parmesan Asiago cheese. We grabbed a little pizza out of the freezer. This isn't big. It's not like a standard size. It's just one of the little small ones, like a lunch-sized pizza, I guess. Maybe a little bit bigger than a personal pizza. Anyways, pop this in the oven and we are gonna have this. I grabbed the box. This is what it was. Not very big. 360 grams. There was enough soup in one of these containers for 2 meals, but I'm on the go today, so I needed to split it into 2 because I gotta take one of these with me. Ham soup for lunch. Tonight for supper, we are having homemade hamburgers with Kraft pasta salad. So if you've watched any of my previous videos that were not the $23 grocery challenge, you will know that I have a fondness for this pasta salad, that I have attempted to replicate it many, many times with a variety of different spices, and I have never really even really come close. So here we are, Kraft pasta salad. This is from out of the cupboard, and buns that I bought, and hamburgers, and we'll put cheese on them for sure. Half of a cup of mayo, and the spice packet. It looks like French onion soup. I've tried French onion soup. That's not it. I know that, but I do think that onion or onion powder is definitely a huge part of what the ingredients are. Again, I've just not been able to replicate it. I'm going to need to put the phone down to give this a really good stir, but this is the simplicity of this salad. It's literally the spice packet and a half a cup of mayo or Miracle Whip. Okay, this isn't a huge salad, so I just have my small bowl. I cooked the pasta, drained it, rinsed it with cold water. And then you add the seasoning and stir it up. It's literally that simple. I wish I could replicate this dressing. How many times I've tried, I cannot even begin to estimate. This is the final result all mixed in together, and I'm just going to cover and put in the fridge to chill. And once it's chilled, super easy pasta salad. The box actually has some alternate recipes on it, and my sister likes making it with the Granny Smith apple, which I will admit is actually really, really tasty. So when you have those box mixes and you're making it as per directions, take a look and see if there's any alternates. You might find that you like one of the alternates even better than the original. Just gives some variety. Homemade hamburgers with Kraft pasta salad. On my hamburger, I have cheese, homemade relish, ketchup, and spicy mustard, something that I've been missing while I was on the $23 challenge. Yummy. Very excited. Still Kraft pasta salad left over, so we'll get this eaten up. This is brown bread with butter and garlic, so like a garlic butter, and then topped with cheese, and I threw some bacon bits in, and then I just baked it in the oven. Burgers again for supper tonight, and we're also cleaning up some leftovers. The handsome one is having leftover Kraft pasta salad and beans. I'm having leftover penne pasta with the rosé sauce. We both having fries. We had a little bit of, it's like a sprinkle, like a cheesy sprinkle to put on top of the fries, and I'm having mine with ketchup. Yummy. I don't really have anything prepared for lunch, so very, very quickly I am going to just dice up a potato, boil that, and make some kind of a quick chowder. And a bunch of things that I'm going to use and clean up and get them out of the freezer. Okay, so this is a ham bone. That is going to go in just to give a little bit of flavor, but not while I'm boiling the potatoes. This is green onions. I'm going to use these two chicken broth pucks in the stock. This is 2 milk pucks in the stock. I am actually going to throw the corn in to boil with the potatoes because it is a frozen solid mass. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to get it apart. So I did put in the ham bone. There's potatoes, there's the ham bone, corn. The main point of this is to get the potatoes cooked, but I am going to actually save a little bit of the water from this cooking to go in with the broth of the actual soup. I'm hoping with the starch from the potatoes that it might add a little bit of thickness. So corn, potatoes, and green onions are hot. I've removed the ham bone. I added in the chicken broth puck and the 2 milk pucks, and we'll wait for those to melt. And then I'll add butter and some other things. Actually, I might add the butter now. Now that I have my spices back again, I'm going to add in a little bit of CCB, which is cheese chives bacon, and a little bit of 3 onion. Even though I added green onions in there, they were frozen, and they're probably at least a year old. So this will be nice to add in for a little flavor boost. Added a little bit of almond milk and salt, pepper, and parsley. We are going to reheat this. Oh, and also butter. And I'm going to make it with some toasted brown bread. A quick chowder with homemade brown bread for lunch. Yummy! The broth's a bit thin. I didn't have any cream or anything really else that I wanted to add in to attempt to thicken it, but the flavor's good. Good enough for a little bit, another half bowl of second helping. We are going to clear some older items out of the freezer. We're pulling this out, we're going to thaw it, and then tomorrow we are going to marinate it with this meat marinade, which is my favorite meat marinade, and they are from Dollarama. Very inexpensive. Potatoes and Brussels sprouts to go with our steaks for tonight. A cheese slice left from the challenge days. We're just going to pop that in to the Brussels sprouts and it'll melt and we'll get a little cheese sauce. Steaks, baked potatoes, and Brussels sprouts for supper. Turned out really good. We used Montreal steak spice on the steak. That's lovely to have spices again. I used a little bit of red garlic on the baked potatoes. There's sour cream, bacon bits, cheese, and I started with butter and then just a little bit of cheese melted on the Brussels sprouts. It's nice to have access to the whole house. Smoothies today, but now, because I have access to the house, I have access to protein powder. So it's vanilla protein powder, plain yogurt, almond milk, half a banana, frozen blueberries, and I'm going to get out some of the frozen spinach. Threw in a little grapefruit juice just for some variety. Smoothies. I pulled these sausages out of the freezer. Some crystallization in there. I love mild Italian sausages, and it looks like it's going to be a nice day today again, so we're going to try for another barbecue tonight. Corn chowder for lunch again today. I started eating it without even taking the video, so yeah, it's actually, I'm enjoying it. Sausages are mostly thawed. We're going to have mashed potatoes and some type of veggie, some type of frozen veggie. I'm not sure which one yet, as a side. Potatoes are mashed. I'm going to add a little bit of red garlic seasoning into them because we haven't had access to anything other than the most basic of spices. You're probably going to see me just spicing up everything because I can. Mild Italian sausages, barbecued. Garlic mashed potatoes, and green beans for supper. Looking forward to this. Yummy. For supper tonight, we are going to have hot turkey burgers. I pulled out the turkey that we had frozen and some of the broth pucks. Now, I don't need all of these. I'll take a couple out to use to make gravy. We're going to use up some of the buns that we have, and we'll probably have fries with this and maybe peas. Haven't 100% decided, but excited. Yummy. Corn chowder for lunch today. The handsome one does not want corn chowder today, so he is having the half of the banana left over from the smoothies that I made yesterday in a granola bar, because that's what he says he wants. Turkey's thawed. The broth brick is thawed, so I am going to start making gravy. We'll have to shred the turkey. We've got fries in the air fryer for to go with the hot turkey burgers. We've got the turkey on the buns. The gravy is done. This looks really good. And we're just waiting for the fries to finish up. Fries are on. I've got the gravy on the inside part of the sandwiches. Hot turkey burgers with home fries and peas, ketchup and gravy for me on my fries, and a cheese topping, so cheesy fries for the handsome one. I feel the week was a success. We did purge some older items out of the freezer, some steaks, some sausages. This wasn't old, but we got rid of some of the turkey that we had left over, some of the broth pucks. So that was really good. Ate up some leftovers. So I feel really good about that. Oh, and the corn. I'm actually really excited. That corn has been in there for a really long time. So the corn chowder was a really good idea to get rid of that. I think the thing that I liked the most about this week was that I actually had access to all kinds of spices. So I miss that a lot. We eat a lot of spices. I don't mean spicy food, but just spices to season food. Um, our robust pantry, of course, again, something that I've accumulated over my lifetime, is just filled with all kinds of different seasonings. And seasonings can really make a very minimal budget seem like it was a very, very expensive budget. Spices change everything. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. And let me know what you thought of this week.